Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. In each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're taking a look at an animated movie that is full of international culture as we take a look at The Book of Life. And if you are enjoying these episodes, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new video. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we're covering The Book of Life. This movie was released on October 17th, 2014. It was directed by Jorge R. Gutierrez. The screenplay was also by Jorge R. Gutierrez and Doug Langdale. The production companies were 20th Century Fox Animation, Real FX Animation Studios, and Chatron, and it was distributed by 20th Century Fox. The budget for this movie was $50 million, and it did a box office return of $100 million. So in terms of the production, the idea for The Book of Life began with Gutierrez's student film back in 2000, Carmillo, and he was contemplating the idea of coming to direct a film after Gutierrez's wife, Sandra Cujar, created the show El Tigre, The Many Adventures of Manny Rivera for Nickelodeon. The film was originally optioned by DreamWorks Animation in 2007, but would not go beyond development because of creative differences. 20th Century Fox and Real FX would then pick up the film rights with Gutierrez's longtime friend Guillermo del Toro as the producer. Gutierrez would go on to say that the look of the film would match the concept art as much as possible, and each artist would put their heart and soul into that idea. Gutierrez would also deny any research trips for his artists because he felt if they had traveled to Mexico, they would only they'd only be influenced by the tourist aspects of Mexico and not the real culture. In April of 2013, it was announced that Gustavo Santaolalla and Paul Williams would adapt pop songs for the film, and a soundtrack would be released on September 26, 2014, with a separate score soundtrack being released on October 24th, 2014. In terms of the cast, so we have Diego Luna, who plays Manola Sanchez, Zoe Saldana, who does the voice of Maria Posta, Channing Tatum, who does the voice of Joaquin Monodragon Jr. Ice Cube is the voice of the Candlemaker. Ron Perlman is the voice of Exapia. Christina Applegate is the voice of Mary Beth. Hector Alonso is the voice of Carlos Sanchez. And Danny Trejo is the voice of Luis Sanchez. In terms of the plot, The Book of Life is the journey of Molando, a young man who is torn between fulfilling his expectations of his family business and following the embarks on an incredible adventure that spans 3 fantastical worlds where he must face his greatest fears. Rich with fresh take on pop music favorites, The Book of Life encourages us to celebrate the past while looking forward to the future. So in terms of recommending this movie is very beautifully done. The artwork and the look of the film is breathtaking. The character designs, especially with Maria, is definitely, it's very eye-appealing, and there's wonderful colors. I like how they celebrate the culture of the Day of the Dead. I think this is really well done. Ultimately, this often gets compared to Coco, which was released 2 years later by Pixar. And each film has their own merits. I think this one is very beautifully done. The artwork is really great. The animation is really great. But unfortunately for me, the story just doesn't connect. It's a little bit of a love story, but in the end, they throw in this whole family legacy thing, so it's kind of torn. Versus Coco, I connect to the story a lot more, where it's more about the story than it is the look of the film. So I guess in positives, The Book of Life is more visually stunning, while Coco has a more visually appealing story. So each has its merits. I still would recommend this film, if only for the artwork. It is definitely worth checking out, as it is a masterpiece of visual animation style. So yeah, overall, definitely recommend that you check this one out. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would like anyone to please leave a comment below on what they think of The Book of Life. And as we look forward to our next episode, we are changing gears a little bit, and we are going to look at American television revisited when we look at The Lone Ranger. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.